We're used to seeing despicable men behaving badly. We know that play. What we're not used to seeing is despicable women behaving like men, and that's what this play is.
I've had a read of it. It's a very, like all of Melissa Bubnic's work, it's a very kind of formally inventive piece. Talk to me a bit about the challenges of staging a Melissa Bubnic piece, and this piece in particular.
Yeah, well, I guess there's two main theatrical worlds in the piece. There's what I call Astrid's cabaret world, where there's the musical interludes. She sings, even a little bit of dancing, mirror ball, dry ice, you know, all of that kind of thing. And this is kind of her imaginary cabaret world where she tells her story, where she kind of, you know, maybe show you a little bit of her soul or her idea of her soul.
It's like the Shakespearean soliloquy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And then there's the dramatic narrative that runs through, which is the office drama and the drama of Priya and Astrid and Arthur and Isabel. And so basically, you know, we had to try and create a space that we could shift between those two worlds really quickly.
Yeah.
And also within the office drama, there are multiple locations, as you would know when you read it. So, you know, we were looking at somewhere that we could, I guess, hold all of these different places, strip clubs, bars, bedrooms, the office, and then magically transform this space into her cabaret soliloquy world.
Is it a musical? Is it a play with music?
It's a play with music. Yeah, it's definitely a play with music. It's, I think if you pulled out just her cabaret world, it would absolutely hold on its own as a cabaret. We could take it down to the basement and give it a red hot go. Melissa's been very particular about the songs that she's chosen. Most of them are well-known songs from the 50s and 60s, and I think that they hold a certain amount of nostalgia and they take us back to a certain time. And there are a lot of different things that we associate with those songs and that time. So, you know, I think she's kind of highlighting where women were then and where they are now, and how Astrid fits into that world.
The characters, there aren't a lot of redeeming features in many of these characters. What is it that we're left with as an audience?
Well, I think there's a great line in the play. Astrid says, "We do everything that Fred Astaire does, but backwards and in heels," which is one of my most favourite lines. I think a huge thing that this explores is, you know, Astrid has sacrificed every part of herself to be successful. She has used every single tool that she can, including her sexuality. She also uses that, which there's another great line in the play, women don't want to be whores. Or women don't like to act like whores, and that's what Astrid is schooling Priya to do, in a sense.
Is there a kind of comment in terms of gender politics, or is it more of a question?
I think it's more of a question. Yeah. I mean, we have our own answers, but they're answers that ask other questions. So a big thing that we've kind of been talking about is how do you win in a boy's world as a woman? And, you know, the answer isn't one that you or I would probably like.
Yeah.
And that's something that I guess we all, Melissa, myself and Polly Rowe, the literary manager who is working as dramaturg on this play, something that we really struggled with, because, you know, as women we want to win and we want to think that we can win in this world.
Yeah, I think it's particularly interesting when you look at it from the perspective of, you know, female directors. So there are so many professions in which you feel like you're still playing in a kind of a guy's world.
Yeah.
And are you, you know, do you do it like a man, or is there another way?
Well, I think the other way is, you know, we live in a world where the system is set up for men, particularly in this play. Like, you know, it's so obvious in this play that that they are working within a system built by men for men. And, you know, so an answer in a way is you can't win in the boys' world. You can play the game, but you can't win it. You have to change it. And, you know.
Yeah, you're going to shift the paradigms.
Yeah, and we don't necessarily get to see that change. We get to see the beginnings of it. We get to see Priya and Astrid working together to try and kind of conquer this big bad world.
Yeah.
And they, I don't want to kind of give away the ending.
The wheels are in motion.
But the wheels are in motion, yeah.